Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing the Suicide Squad 2021 Easter eggs. Uh, yeah, so if you don't know what an Easter egg is, it's basically something special or something that people have missed in the Suicide Squad. So let's get started with the first one. It's about Corto Maltese. Why does this sound familiar? So the fictional South American nation state with a squad head on their mission is one of the film's biggest and most exciting references. We first heard of Corto Maltese in Tim Burton's 1989 gothic superhero masterpiece, Batman. It's where Vicky Vale shot the photos that got her to the Gotham gig and attention on one Bruce Wayne. While this doesn't confirm or deny any connection to Batman '89, it is a pretty great nod. It's a pretty great nod. It is also a classic comic homage too, as Corto Maltese is named of the Italian pulp comic hero laconic ship captain who started in the '60s comics of the name by Hugo Pratt. But you didn't know that. Then we got some stuff about Harley's jacket. So ever since she first appeared in the DCEU in the 2016's Joker Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn has been trying to get over the Joker. Luckily, in Birds of Prey, she finally started making her way as single Superwoman that continues in the Suicide Squad. She has two biggest references to Mr. J in her awesome costuming. Her tattoo, which used to be called Property of the Joker and now says Property of No One, and her sick leather jacket says Live Fast, Die Clown, which we love this for her. And then I think on the jacket used to say Property of Joker as well. Next, we're talking about Bloodsport. So, like so many comic book characters before him, Bloodsport had a long and storied history, but Idris Elba's Robert Dubois is introduced via easily the most iconic thing that Dubois ever did in the comics. He shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. Amanda Waller explains that that's what put Bloodsport and Bella Reeve in the world of the Suicide Squad, and it is also a reference to Robert Dubois' first appearance in Superman Volume 2, #4 by John Byrne. It's there that the character in the comic and disgruntled Vietnam vet shoot an unexpected Superman with the dangerous green projectile. While we don't know if Dubois shot Cavill Soup's Superman in the DCEU world, it is interesting to consider though. Next we're doing forgot this one was about, but just about like the cameos of in the government speech in the jail. So while many fans were hoping for a Bane appearance that sadly never happened, it doesn't mean that Gunn didn't deliver on some weird deep cut cameos. As Waller takes Bloodsport around to meet his team, we found a few background villains. The painted lady with colourful patchwork diamonds on her isn't a reimagined crazy quilt. As revealed by the actress who played by Natalia Saffron on Instagram, she actually is Kaleidoscope. The character debuted in 1982's Superboy Volume 2, number 36, and had strange psychedelic powers. And one of those two cameos in the movie, James Gunn's brother Sean pops up as Calendar Man, one of Batman's most well-known ridiculous villains. The character first appeared in the 1958 Detective Comics number 259. Introduced as the Silver Age began, Calendar Man represents a peak in Batman's Strange Rogues gallery. His crimes are defined by the connection to specific dates in the calendar, and he's probably best known for its interpretation that appeared in the iconic Batman comic, The Long Halloween. We know Sean Gunn is playing Calendar Man as well as the instantly recognizable tattoos around his skull. Cheeky old Calendar Man is joined by an extremely deep-cut character with very cool powers, Double Down, aka Jimmy Tell, was nothing more than a low-life criminal and a gangster until a cursed deck of cards attached themselves to him. That's really how power was set. Honestly, we'd watch a James Gunn Double Down movie like tomorrow. Next we've got about King Shark. So when we meet the cute and good and Nanoe, I forgot to say it, he's reading a book. In the context of the film, he wants his teammates to know that he is very smart. Alice, the book, The Varieties of Religious Experience is upside down. This is a funny character this is a funny character moment, but also a nod to now the classic image of King Shark from the 2013's Suicide Squad number 20. The image of King Shark reading a book of Pearson's poet Rumi has become an internet fave. So this moment with Nanoe reading a book of the US philosophy seeming incredibly purposeful. Now we've got about Amanda Waller in that golf, while she did the golf in the cup. And one of Gunn's most impressively niche references, we learned that Waller was meant to be playing a round of golf with Senator Cray. While it seemed like a throwaway line, it is actually another DC comic reference. Senator Joseph Cray was introduced in the 1988 Suicide Squad number 11, a corrupted politician who got caught up in a scandal selling government secrets. It's a great historical bit of foreshadowing, because it shows the kind of people that Waller, who herself is revealed to be corrupt later on, chooses to spend time with. It is also an interesting potential connection to the wider DC universe, as Cray's son Adam once took on the mantle of the Atom while impersonating Ray Palmer as the behest of the hero. Adam was briefly a so-called secret weapon of the Suicide Squad. Next we're going to talk about the Ratcatcher character. We all knew that Taika Waititi would show up in the Suicide Squad. He was one of the many named cast members revealed last year, but none of us knew who would play such an important and emotional role. Well, Ratcatcher 2 is a wholly new invention from the Suicide Squad. Her father isn't that's who Waititi plays, because Waititi plays her father, plays here in flashbacks. The original Ratcatcher first appeared in the 1988 Detective Comics from number 585. Just like an on-screen daughter, he had the ability to control and manipulate rats. But the tragic backstory is a new and unexpected addition to his canon. Now we got about the Corto Maltese mission. During their time in the Corto Maltese, about the pub, the crew goes out for a very fun night at the local pub. What they meant to do, what they be there to catch the Thinker, they also have a little fun. We also get two of Gunn's most personal cameos. Here, the dancer on stage is none other than Pom Klementieff. She's most known playing Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. Klementieff struts her stuff here in a blank, and you'll miss an appearance. In another key Gunn cameo is Lloyd Kaufman. Kaufman has been in all of Gunn's movies. Why? Gunn started his film career on Trauma, which the movie Romeo and Juliet, and counts Kaufman as his mentor. Then we go to why Harley Quinn hates license plates. While the crew threatened the Thinker into helping them break into Jotunheim, we hear that Harley state, "If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die." That might just seem like a hilarious and wild quip from the Mistress of Mayhem, but it's actually another slight to her annoying and evil ex, the Joker. In the first Suicide Squad movie, we see that the Clown Prince of Crime has extoled and corny personalized license plates that says "ha ha ha." Honestly, we're just so glad that Harley got rid of that green-haired loser. Don't like that one. Now we'll talk more about the Corto Maltese mission. As the crew makes their way through the jungles of Corto Maltese, they do a bonding. That's where they learn the tragic history of Polka Dot Man and how he got his weird powers, telling the sad tale of how his mother experimented on him. We get a reference to the famed Star Labs, where his mother was a scientist in the comic. Star Labs first appeared in 1971's Superman number 246. Since then, it's become DC's all-purpose can be good, can be evil laboratory. Star Labs has featured in most DC TV shows, including prominently in the Arrowverse, and its big screen debut came with Man of Steel. and continue through Zack Snyder's entire entries in the DCEU, but this adds a little more darkness to the canon. Now we go to King Shark and Starro. Poor lovely Starro, sure that they might have used to torture innocent civilians for decades, but before that, Starro was just an alien chilling in space. Starro's whole appearance could arguably be called an Easter egg, as they're such a cult character, but was including them for two key reasons. When the Thinker introduced Starro sarcastically as Starro the Conqueror, that's in direct reference to how they named in the comics, how they named in the comics. And there's something else here that even deeper and cooler. The Suicide Squad first appeared in The Brave and the Bold, number 25. 3 issues later in the Justice League made their debut, and they were fighting Starro. If you look at the film in the 3-act arcs, it's most like the journey that the team represents those 3 issues until they meet Starro. Just like their DC teammates, the Justice League basically, we think that James Gunn reads a lot of comics while he is prepping for this movie. Now, last one, about the TV report or the TV news. If you followed MCU you'll know that the TV news networks, well, if you've been if you've been watching the MCU coverage, you'll know that the TV news networks are often Easter eggs hotspots, and that is just true in the Suicide Squad. As the movie ends, we see Bloodsport's daughter watching the news on CBS. In the comics, the Guardian the Galaxy Broadcasting Network is run by the media Mongol and sometimes Superman villain Morgan Edge, depending on who the canon you look at. Morgan was the head of media that purchased the Daily Planet and became Clark Kent's boss, which gives us a big Superman connection. After the Crisis of Infinite Earths events in the 80s, Morgan became a straight-up comic book villain and a leader of the notorious crime group known as Intergang. In a cool cosmic twist, Intergang was supplied with weapons from Apocalypse, the home of Darkseid, and the villains are slated to appear in the next year's Black Adam film. There we go. That is all the Suicide Squad Easter eggs. There's probably more, but I missed. I'll be doing the same again for tomorrow with Free Guy. And yeah, just stay tuned to all 3 of the Kissing Booth movies ranked. The Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 1 and 2 review, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie review. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, it'll be a big help. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.